So when it comes to PlayStation has gotten complacent and lazy. They have all the influencers advertising the console, saying to buy the PS5 is the greatest console of all time. But God of War Remastered Trilogy coming next year to the PS5 for 2026 on PC. And it really just shows you how lazy Sony has gotten, okay? Like, it really shows you how lazy Sony has gotten, okay? Excuse me. Just remember, we're told that the PS5 is the greatest console of all time. That this is the console that you have to buy. Okay? This is the console that will make gaming great again. Okay? But I just don't see it. Sony has gotten so lazy with the new games that a lot of the PS5 games are ports of older games. Okay? And a lot of people have the same criticism with the Switch as well. But hey, the Switch has still had tons and tons of original games, okay, as well. But the problem with the PS5 is that the God of War trilogy has been done on the PS3, has been done on the PS4, and now doing a third time again with the PS5, and also on the PC now. Okay, do people really? And I know I know there are people who have not played God of War before. I've never played God of War before, but do you need to port these games a third time? Okay, same thing with The Last of Us. Why are we porting The Last of Us and making $70? So, because we don't have enough games to put out, so let's port the games that we already have. And a lot of rumors and leaks are saying Nintendo might be planning on doing the same thing. I just don't get this. Why does not make new games? And the make excuse that games are taking longer to develop than usual and hire more people. But then they'll complain that we can't hire more people because they're struggling financially because they're making crap like Concord. Okay, I just don't understand what PlayStation is doing. They'll make garbage games that nobody wants to buy instead of reviving franchises that people actually want to see, like Jack and Daxter or Uncharted. Instead, they're gonna make this garbage like Concord or Lego Horizons, two games that were massive failures as well. Okay, and also Astrobot, which that was probably Sony's most successful game of last year, of 2024. Okay, and it just shows you how lazy Sony is getting. They're pouring The Last of Us Part 2 now on the PS5. I get that game was released at the end of the PS4's lifespan, so maybe they want to give that game a second life. But why? Who asked for this? Okay, like, is anyone begging Sony to port God of War on the PS5 for the third time? Next is gonna be the Uncharted trilogy as well. Okay, because instead of making new games, Sony, you port old games, and it's getting old. Okay, it's getting old. People are getting sick of these old games being ported to the PS5. And the difference between a game like Fire Door being remade is the fact that they remade it to make the fans happy. Okay, same thing on Mario Kart 8. They knew that people that missed out on the Wii U, so they ported Mario Kart 8 to the Switch. And it was a genius idea. Same thing of a lot of the Wii U games that could port to the Switch. Hey, we can take more time to develop games and make games more polished while, for the Switch and Switch 2. Because I think they were developing games for the Switch 2 maybe as early as like the 2020s or even 2019. Because I think the Switch 2 has been in development for a while. And they want to make sure the games are done and on a timely manner. That's why Nintendo is expanding the workforce. Meanwhile, Sony is just regressing and just porting the same games on the PS5. This is why the PS5 is going down on a free fall in terms of sales. Goodbye.